You may have heard of SOAR or Young Women Lead. We're going to find out about those programs in this edition of WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. Joining me in the studio, Jill Kidwell. She is an alumni of SOAR and is currently on the SOAR Advisory Board. Also joining us is a recent graduate of SOAR, and that is Candice Helming. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to start off, Jill, talking to you and finding out what is SOAR.
SOAR is a program where individual companies identify some key individuals within their organization that have opportunity to develop leadership skills, and they have talents, so they can look at opportunities to enhance them and potentially look at strategy of succession planning. And so these individuals actually go through a course, a series of 10 months of leadership skills through coaching and mentoring of individuals with other companies, and then they actually have a individual who actually leads all of these types of courses and classes.
And that's why we call you a graduate or an alumni.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. And this is a national program.
It actually is hosted in about 10 cities. They actually are out of Lexington, Kentucky. Is where they're at, based out of. We actually came into being because of Tanya Heim, who is the VP at Memorial Hospital. She actually, prior to come to Memorial, she worked at Gibson and was through that program and felt that it was very successful and developed some key leaders. And so she brought that here to this area when she became a part of Memorial Hospital.
Okay, so in a way, it's, I guess, then a regional program.
Absolutely.
That's neat. All right. Now, how can somebody get into SOAR? How do you get nominated? You don't just, it's not just anybody.
Right. First of all, if you have an interest in being a part of the SOAR program, your company needs to identify that they have an interest in taking part of that. They can get in contact with Sally Schott through SOAR or through Tanya Heim or Jane Chappell, and those key individuals then can identify maybe leaders within their organization that have opportunities to enhance their skills and their performance through this coaching. And it's for women, and typically they'll look for women that are 28 to 40 that have a potential career opportunity, and so those are some key strategy that they look at.
Is it limited to only a certain number a year?
They try to stick to around 12 a year,
Okay.
is what they look at.
One of the programs of SOAR is Young Women Lead, which comes up in March, and we're going to have Candice Helming then talk about what is Young Women Lead.
Sure. Young Women Lead is a conference that the graduating class of SOAR puts on. There's no cost associated for the schools or the students. And really the focus for the conference is to empower these young girls. It's open to any high school girl that is currently enrolled in the local high schools. It allows them to focus on their strengths in order to reach their full potential. So I think there's a lot of merit in focusing on your strengths. Obviously, there's also merit in looking for opportunities and focus and looking to improve your weaknesses, but it's refreshing to think about focusing on your strengths for empowerment. The girls will hear from nationally recognized women who can use real life experiences to kind of show how they got over obstacles and challenges in their own life to reach success. And in addition, there are breakout sessions to where the girls can actually interact with local business women who can kind of put that small town application to show how they have put to use their own strengths in order to reach success in their businesses.
And these young women get signed up for this program in what way? Through the school?
Absolutely. So we will reach out to the schools typically in December, January timeframe. Registration opens up in February, and then the event is actually on March 8th.
So the key now is for, if you know a young woman in high school, and when you say, is it freshmen through seniors or just seniors?
It is. It's open to any freshman, sophomore, junior, senior enrolled in one of the local high schools.
Local high schools here in Du Bois County. So they would then go to their counselor or somebody and say, I want to do this. But
Correct.
You need to be thinking about it now so that you're prepared to sign up for that course.
Absolutely.
And it does not cost the students anything?
That's correct. Young Women Lead is 100% funded by local sponsorships and donations. So there is no cost associated to the student or the school.
Okay. Obviously, though, there is cost involved, and I guess then you have,
Yes,
you have
there is.
sponsorships and local businesses who step up and say, we think this is important.
Absolutely, and we have received just tremendous feedback and response from local businesses and individuals. If there is anyone out there that would be interested in participating from a sponsorship standpoint, you can donate obviously money, time, things like that. You could contact Ashley Ruber at Indiana Furniture.
For these girls who take this program, they don't find their own transportation. Don't you bus them in? Doesn't each of the school bring a bus of kids?
It's a variety of different methods where
Okay.
some of the schools bus the students in. Others can drive if they have a driver's license and they can drive. And some parents even drop them off. So it starts at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and it runs until 2.
So it's really the school day that they will
Correct.
spend a whole
That's
day
correct.
there.
And it's usually excused from the school. The school corporations have done a phenomenal job in excusing the students to go to this because they are learning a lot of different aspects, from budgeting to self-esteem to fitness types of things, to how to control from a heart maths perspective, and trying to just really realize who they are as an individual and overcoming some of those just day-to-day barriers that affect them that can be actually barriers to their career long term.
Okay, so Jill, you've been through a Young Women Lead.
I have.
And then Candice, have you had the experience yet, or was that?
I have.
Okay.
I had the opportunity to see the Louisville Young Women Lead, and it was mind-blowing to see the engagement of the girls. I was very surprised, but there were several breakout sessions that were very high energy, that were about building confidence and self-esteem and positive thoughts. And then there were some other sessions that focused more on very personal, real issues. And you could tell how moving it was for the girls that participated. So it's a phenomenal experience to have.
Is it limited on the number of girls that can attend? I mean, you only have so
Yes.
much space.
That's correct.
Okay.
It is first come, first serve. At this point, we're looking at being able to accommodate about 450 participants.
Wow, that's pretty big. That's
Yes,
a lot.
and we will fill it up. My understanding is we have every year. So
Has it been decided where it will be?
it'll be at the Jasper campus, Vincennes University.
Okay. So right now, girls need to be thinking, or if you're a parent or a grandparent, you need to be talking to girls to get themselves registered. But registration, you said, doesn't open until February?
That's correct. So the schools will be receiving save the date with all the information, pertinent information around keynote speakers, guest speakers, things like that, and the dates, and then registration opens up February 8th. And the event takes place March 8th.
And if you're a business and would like to support this wonderful program, they also can contact SOAR. Is there a local SOAR chapter? Is that the right way to look at that?
There is. For this specific conference, the contact for sponsorship would be Ashley Ruber. She is at Indiana Furniture.
When is the next SOAR class? Or
Typically, we start them in February, and if any organization would have an interest in being a part of the next SOAR class, they can contact either Tanya Heim at Memorial Hospital or Jane Chappell, or feel free to contact myself, Jill Kidwell, at Memorial Hospital, and we'll link you up with the appropriate individuals.
Okay. What have each of you taken away from SOAR? How did SOAR help each of you?
I think it allows an individual to gain confidence in who they are. It also allows an individual to grow and know how to network with a variety of different other individuals throughout other organizations within the Jasper community. And we don't always have that opportunity because we become so self-focused on the organization that we work for. And this really allows us to branch out and have mentors throughout the community.
Okay, Candice, for you?
Absolutely. I'd have to echo what Jill said around networking, meeting other women in the community, just to, bounce ideas off of. There's also a focus on that work-life balance, which I think is very important and can be, a struggle for a working mother today. So, it's been great from a confidence-building standpoint. Professionalism, presentation skills. It's just been a really beneficial program.
Okay, well, ladies, anything you'd like to add?
I don't think so. We
that's
appreciate
it.
your time.
Well, thank you for coming in.
Absolutely.
We have had Jill Kidwell and also Candice Helming. They are alumni or graduates of the SOAR program here in Du Bois County, and Jill is on the SOAR advisory board. If you're interested in SOAR, contact the SOAR committee or one of these ladies. I'm sure they can get you going in the right direction. But remember, Young Women Lead is coming up in spring. However, February is the time for young ladies to start signing up for that if you're in any of the 4 high schools in Du Bois County. Thank you, ladies. Thank you for watching WJTS. We are local people watching local people.